Peace, y'all. What's happening? This is Stacy Patrice broadcasting to you live from outside. I just wanted to do a quick video today. I had some really amazing thoughts. I'm in Chicago. It's about 78 degrees. Perfect yoga weather. Yoga photos to follow. But I'm out here with my son who's riding his tricycle. I don't know if you guys can see him over here in the corner. You see him getting busy on the tricycle. He is getting so big. Oh my goodness. But yes, just wanted to talk with you all today briefly about power. And the reason that this topic came up and was super important to me was because I've had some situations in my life that I realized that I gave my power over to them. And that there is a very distinct process that happens when you charge something with your power. So for me, it was about me really just sitting and contemplating, like, what is it that causes this to happen? You know, sometimes say hi. Sometimes we have these situations that occur, and a lot of times we can't figure out why something is consuming us and why it's so powerful or why we're stalking it so much. And it's because we're giving it a charge. You know, like we talk about energy, we talk about vibration. We're giving something a charge. Something is being given a charge. So for instance, let's say I am like just in awe with, a couple, and I'm like, oh my God, they just embody and typify the type of love I want in my life, right? Well, what I also understand is that the more that I think that, the more that I say that, the more that I feel that, the more I project that onto them, the more that I speak it out of my mouth, and the more that I feel this particular type of vibration, I just realized that when we do that, we are giving that thing a charge. And giving that thing a charge is what makes it so powerful. So if we don't give it that type of charge, it doesn't carry that type of power. And the more that we tell ourselves that, the more that we tell ourselves that this is what it is, then expect it to have that type of power over us. So it's something really simple adjustments, things that I do to remove my power from things is to sometimes just look at it for what it is. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's pretty. It's peaceful. It's serene. It's full of light. It's full of life. It's full of creativity. It's full of color. It's full of essence, this essence that we know as, the divine essence. It's full of me, meaning that it's something about it that reminds me of me. So whatever that is, just acknowledge it first. After you acknowledge it, you then have the option to say, okay, well, this particular thing could be in my life as well. Why isn't it in my life? Or why do I think that because it's over there, it's not a part of my life, or that it's separate from me? And then we just kind of give that a charge as well. And we start to look at that from the standpoint of what are the things I have been saying and telling myself and feeling that keep it separate from me, that keep it over there as opposed to right here front and center. So these are the type of things we want to pay attention to. And lastly, if I'm looking at something and it has a really, magnificent charge in terms of it's a part of someone else's life and it's not a part of mine, then what I have to do at this point is I have to realize that I have to welcome it. I have to officially celebrate it and welcome it and honor it so that it has space, and I have to create that space for it to show up in my life. And it's really that simple. So the next time something really gets under your skin, or you feel yourself in some type of envy or jealousy, or you get some type of adverse attitude because you aren't able to have what it is that you really believe you should have, or you want to have, just take that little step to look at it and really recognize it. One of the things that I used to have supreme envy over were people who had more freedom than me. And it was like, how does this person get to do all these amazing things and do these wonderful things? Like, how is it possible that they get to do that? And piece by piece, I started to identify what those things were that I thought were freedom yielding items, ideas, concepts, possessions, or activities. And one by one, I started attracting people into my life that had them. I started noticing people that were already around me and just responding with them in a different way, and that we give each other freedoms instead of holding each other captive and holding each other down. And then I also noticed that freedom is everywhere around me. So how could I not be it, and how could I not have it? Like, isn't that crazy? So the things that we tell ourselves, give it that charge, is really nothing more powerful than we are. It's only a reflection of our power, or a reflection of the repression of our power. And so if you just remember that and guide yourself through that this summer, this beautiful weather is a perfect example of it. When it's hot outside, when it feels wonderful and breezy, what is it that you feel you can't do? Don't you feel like you could work out, you could go running, you could bike, you could travel, you could play, you could stay outside all day? There's so many things that you think you can do when it's beautiful outside. And so just use this weather as a reminder. Every time it's sunny and beautiful and you want to be outdoors, use this as a reminder of that power. Give it the charge the same way you do these wonderful sunny days, and see what happens in your life. I hope you have more light in it as a result. And I hope to talk to you soon. Leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel. It's Stacy Patrice here again at the Stacy Patrice YouTube channel. Love to talk to you. StacyPatrice.com. Thank you so much for listening. Peace, blessings, power, and namaste. And freedom. Moksha. Peace.